Guys, October 25th, 2023. This one here, I got a call from a lady. She needs her oil burner serviced, and I guess her husband's home, so she wants me to go by there and give it the once over. I'm not sure if I've been there before or not. I asked her if she had any low-hanging trees there. She said no, but that's not always a true statement. We'll see if I can get into the place. If it's got low-hanging fruit, I don't go in there. Right, Molly? Gotta be able to get in there without any interference with the truck. Some of these little driveways and stuff, they got low-hanging branches, and they go fine with a car. They go right under them, but my truck, it won't fit. It's been an ongoing issue here, and I don't want to scrape up my new truck, so I usually try to screen them calls out before I even go on them. But there's quite a few of them that I go on. I can't get into the driveway. I just tell them they got to call someone else. That's how it is, Molly. It's an older tank, but it's not blown through yet. I don't see anything blown through yet. It's definitely an older tank. F4 filter. A leak cam. Shit, I left my slippers at home. This is an old style Firematic. It runs up. It's got a fusible link right there with a spring. That one's got one on either side. So if it heats up, this will melt. And this will drop. The old Firematics. The old style ones. The old level ones. We'll see what we got here. I could have definitely, what you want to do with this is hold this down with the pliers. See, I've hit these before and broke off the nipple right there. You don't want to do that. That's for damn sure. That's a flipping flood. You don't want to be careful, because this thing's been. Alright, this is the first time I've been here working on this. I work on this lady's. I worked on a shower upstairs. The shower was leaking or something on the second floor. She was gonna sell the house or something. Oh yeah, she's a little mucky. Nothing crazy, but enough to change it. Oh yeah. Look at the muck in there. Look at the muck. Gotta use my screwdriver. See all the muck inside? That's not good. That's on the wrong side of that thing. It's supposed to be clean. That spring should come out of there. How mucky that is. Hello!
I'm sorry, I wasn't watching for it. I told my wife said in the afternoon.
Yeah, I was calling and screaming and knowing. Would you go out for breakfast?
No, I was outside cutting the grass. But
oh yeah. I told her. I said, listen, I'm not going there if the guy's not going to be around.
Right.
Oh yeah, he's home. I said, yeah, he's probably out with his flipping girlfriend or something. You know. I left my slippers at home. I didn't have my slippers.
Oh, please.
You know, I seen that sign there.
No, yeah. That's my wife, because she yells when I come in from cutting the grass and drag the grass in.
Well, I mean, I guess it's good that she's clean, right? Could be worse.
We had a problem in the winter.
What kind of problem?
And that heater would keep shutting off.
Okay.
And I would just have to restart it.
Okay. Could just be, how long's it been since you've had it serviced?
It's probably been a couple of years.
Yeah, that might take care of it.
Okay.
Let's start with that first.
Yep.
And a lot of times, you know, you're getting a bad oil flow, or you're not getting a good spark action, or the nozzle spraying a little on a queer side.
Okay.
It's not dirty on the end, and it's not spraying right. It won't start right. Let me do the service. Let me do the service, and then we'll take it from there.
And then if it went off and I wasn't home, it would leak around here.
Well, that's
because there'd be water on the floor. And
that's because it's the tankless, and it's what they call a leak ham.
Okay.
You hear burn ham? They were known to leak. We call them leak hams.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Are you retired?
Not yet. Not yet.
You're gonna stay busy once you retire. You're gonna get stiff.
Well, my wife babysits 2 days a week, so if I was home, I would be doing that. So I'll keep with it for a little while.
Oh, she's gonna have you babysitting.
Well, she was 3 days a week. She's down to 2 now.
Yeah, so I cleaned that spring. I mean, that thing was really, really dirty in there.
Okay.
It's the filter. What happens is the muck goes on the outside and then comes up through the middle, and then goes to the thing. But with that being all mucky,
right?
The filter at the pump might be bad. We'll have to check it.
Yeah.
So I know, you get to the retirement age. A lot of guys, some guys want to do it. Some guys don't want to don't want to retire.
Well, the thing is too, when you like you said, if you retire, you're still going to try to keep busy. And right now, it'd be tough for me to keep busy because my wife babysits our grandchildren. Now it's 2 days a week.
Yeah, even if you go I just started going back to the health club.
Yeah.
Every day I try to go spend an hour there, and it's made a difference for me as far as getting me moving again.
Right.
Because, you know, if you start moving,
as you get older,
you just start hanging around, and you're on the flipping computer all the time, and you start gaining weight, and drinking too many beers a day, or wine, or it's not good, you know.
Well, and when I stop working, there'll be a big difference because I walk about 10, 12 miles a day at work. So.
You know, and what happens is as you get older, you're losing muscle mass.
Yes. And you can't do anything about that. It's just natural. There's not much you can do to get that back.
That's what they said. As you get older, it's harder, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you go to the gym, it might help, but still not going to be 100%, right? No. Not like back when I was 30.
No.
You could really. It's not the same, is it?
No.
Unfortunately. Sucks getting old.
Well, the last thing I want to do is retire from the post office and then go get another job. That I don't want to do. Once I'm done, I want to be done.
Oh, so you're in the post, so you're moving. You're delivering mail.
Yeah. So like I said, I walk 10, 12 miles a day. I work them forever. Those are all walking routes.
Oh, you hate to give that up.
I know, because
makes you feel.
It does make you feel good.
Because you're moving.
You're moving. Yeah.
It makes a difference.
Yeah, it's just walking, so it's not strenuous.
Yeah.
But I walk from 10 to 5 every day, so it's.
But it's still you still pump. Your heart's still pumping.
Yes. Yeah.
Now this is an older tank. I looked underneath. I didn't see any leaks, but what usually happens with these old tanks like this, when they fill them, they fill it with so much force. That's when they'll start to leak.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because they fill this thing up in like 4 minutes, 5 minutes.
Right.
So the amount of force that's going in there is a lot.
Okay.
And as these tanks get old, you know, after 25 years, this thing's probably 50 years old. How old's the house?
Oh, no, actually, we bought the house in 91, and we were the first owner. It had been on sale for about a year and a half.
All right, so 91, so we're 23, so
we're
that's
close.
24 years old.
Yeah.
Just so you're aware of it.
Okay.
Keep an eye down. If you ever see any oil, you gotta hurry up and put containers and call someone right away.
Okay.
The problem is that's when it starts leaking, and that's 300 gallons of oil in there.
So there's pressure once there's a leak. Yeah.
It's not good. Yeah. All right, we got oil coming out of there now. I'm kind of glad you were here so you could see what I'm doing and get a feel for what the hell's going on here with this thing. I fixed your shower upstairs.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I'm the guy that fixed the shower.
Oh, okay.
You don't remember it was leaking or something? And
Yeah.
she said you were going to sell the house and move, or...
Oh, she's always ready to sell.
One thing I see right off the bat, I'll explain it to you. This control right here stays on. It's a continuous control. It doesn't drop the spark out. This is an old style.
Well, that's how I would restart it.
Oh, but listen to me. This is an old style control which keeps the motor running and the spark going continuously.
Yeah.
This type of controller should have, this type of transformer is not designed to run continuously. It's designed to run, start, and then drop out. With the new controls, this thing doesn't run 24/7. With this control, it's going to continue to spark as long as the motor's running because it doesn't have a dropout feature.
Okay.
So it's not the greatest. These aren't the greatest for this type of control.
Okay.
They work,
Yep.
but it's not right.
Okay.
And seeing you're complaining about stuff, I mean, now when you hit this reset button when it tripped, did it smoke at all when it come on?
A
Did it come on?
yes.
A
little.
It did smoke a little.
Yeah.
Let's do the service on it, and put a new nozzle and check the oil flow and all that basic shit.
Mm-hmm.
It could be these electronic transformers aren't the greatest. They're known to work and then not work and then work and not work.
Okay.
But you're saying that it did that and then it fixed itself.
Pretty much. Yeah. I haven't had to flip the switch in months.
Okay, so
All summer. I think it was happening like in February, and then.
sometimes the complaint you're talking about is something that could happen, and then see there's some shit on the end there, and what are you running for a nozzle in there? Nothing major. How long's it been since you've had it serviced?
I wanted to say a couple of years.
Couple of years.
I think he marked it someplace.
Now what happened to the other guy? You weren't happy with him?
No, we would call and he'd say, "Oh, I'm coming," and then he wouldn't show up. And
Oh, okay, yeah, I think I remember her telling me that. Yeah, I think he might be retired now, kind of getting on the retirement age or something.
well, that's fine, but then just don't say you're coming.
Yeah. And you ever get bit by a dog?
My
Yeah.
first day, and not since, and now again in 26 years.
Yeah, now you're kind of careful about it, huh?
Yes.
I've heard of the post office guys getting mauled by Rottweilers and
Oh, they can.
pit bulls.
Yeah,
and
I just don't.
you have to really be careful. You don't take no chances.
Well, and I will tell you, over the years, over 25 years, people have gotten better with their dogs. I mean, 25 years ago, you used to just open the door and let your dog go out, and they'd roam the neighborhood. People don't do that anymore.
Also, it's gotten better.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's clean, so. I don't think it's a nozzle issue, because the nozzles don't look crazy dirty.
Okay.
If anything, it might be,
Like I said, it hasn't done it
that
again.
transformer.
Yeah, it has. Like I said, it hasn't done it again.
That's what's in there, an 85. It's a good sized boiler. We're gonna do the service on it, get it up and running, and a lot of times the things are not acting up when you're here and everything's fine, and then when you're not here is when it acts up. She's a little stiff. Yeah, so last time I was here, I fixed the shower upstairs. I think the shower drain was loose. When you stepped in the shower, it moved a little bit and it was dripping. We just tightened it up and redoped it.
Oh, because it was leaking in the kitchen.
Right.
Yes.
And I was able to just tighten it. But the problem is the shower stall was junky. So when you stand in it, it moves. And every time you stand in it, the thing moves a little bit and it loosens everything up.
Oh, all right.
So what they should have did when they put the shower stall in, they should have mixed loose mortar put it underneath, put the shower stall in. Then when the mortar hardens, the thing wouldn't move.
Okay.
That's what they're supposed to, but a lot of these guys didn't do that back in the day, and they bought the Home Depot shower stalls.
Right.
That were
actually that was from
that were wimpy.
Actually, it was a lot from Lowe's, but same
Lowe's,
thing,
Home Depot.
Yeah.
You know, if you buy a real good one, it's going to cost you more, but then they're reinforced. They don't move.
Oh, all right. Okay.
So there's not much you could do about it, but tighten it up, and you know, I thought she was going to sell the house, but you talked her out of it.
Well, we're waiting. I'm still working, so I'm like. Plus, it's kind of the cheapest place to live because it's all paid.
Beautiful,
so,
beautiful spot too. You know.
You know, we have to pay for the taxes, so.
Yeah, I don't know. If
you know, where are you going to go live for $4,000, $3,500 a year?
You don't want to move down to Florida because Florida's everybody's moving down there.
Well, oddly enough, the post office has a well, the letter carriers, not the post office, but the union has it's not the greatest place, but it has.
I don't think they're set right. To be honest with you, I don't think I'm gonna mark it and see where it's set compared to that thing. Might not be set right. The drawer assembly. I don't think it is. It's too far. It's too far forward. I think. We're checking it right now. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
But they have a retirement community in Florida. It's 500 units. They're one bedroom, super simple. But air conditioning, heat, cable TV, electricity, and rent is $400 a month.
Yeah. See, the thing was way forward.
Oh,
the thing was way forward by probably about 1/4 of an inch.
Oh.
So that's going to affect the flow and the everything on the end of the head.
Okay.
So that right there is an indication that the thing wasn't. I'm going to mark it where we need it. I mean, it'd be nice to go to Florida. I don't know if
Well, for $400 a month, I could rent it for the year. You know, pay $6,000 for the year, but find a small home up here if I wanted to. Because I don't think I could live in Florida year round.
Probably not in the summer, not so much, right? It's going to be too flippin' hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, them electrodes are kind of high. Might be able to readjust these a little better. Well, I thought about going down there myself, to be honest with you, but you have to find something that's not going to get flooded, because this big flood that just happened, a lot of people, the insurance companies aren't paying. Crazy.
No, well, a lot of the insurance companies are dropping out of Florida now. You can't even get insurance.
Well, what about all the poor people that had insurance and now they're trying to claim it and they're saying, nah, we're going out of business. Flipping nutty. I don't know. My father lived down there. He was older.
Yeah, I don't think you need to go that far. To me, you can go to like South Carolina.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to South Carolina. I just talked to one guy, and he was from Florida, but he went down to the South Carolina thing.
Because it's still reasonable there, and the weather is better than here.
Yeah, it's a little better, and he had a place in Florida, and he decided to go to South Carolina. So I don't know. Maybe there's more to it than meets the eye. If he's retired and he'd rather go to South Carolina than Florida, he says the traffic down in Florida is just disastrous.
No.
Alright, so we're resetting the electrodes there. So we got a new nozzle. We're going to check our oil flow. We'll reset the drawer assembly where it needs to be. I'm going to set that right where it needs to be. It was off a little bit. That makes a difference with the end of that head's when the air goes through it, that makes a turbulence. It spins it. Mm-hmm. It's a retention head. So if that thing isn't where it needs to be this way, you're not going to get the proper airflow, the proper retention. It wasn't set right. I'm gonna set right where I need it now. It was off about 1/4 of an inch. So that's enough to make a difference. I want to check our spark too when I start this thing, see what we got for spark. All I do is put my gauge on there. We'll check the spark right now, see what we're doing. Like I said, these transformers are known to spark and they're not spark because they're electronic. They're not like the old style ones, which I only installed the old ones. Mm-hmm. They were more robust and more user-friendly, if you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
All right, so we'll start it and we'll check this, and then we'll see what our spark is. Yeah, so the other guy wasn't calling you back. No, I called for service and he's MIA, missing in action.
Yes.
MIA.
And that's fine if people are tied up. I have no problem about it.
Alright, so 120 on that. Let's see what we're getting for spark here. There's our problem right there. See how wimpy that spark is?
Yeah.
That should pull right across there.
Oh, okay.
You're getting a wimpy spark. That should pull right across. Actually,
Yep.
it should do it by itself without even me using a screwdriver.
Oh, okay.
This is wimpy. And this is what sends spark down to ignite it.
Yep. Yep.
So we have to change this.
Okay.
I mean, it's still working, but I don't recommend you leave
Right.
it, seeing you're having problems.
Yep. Yep.
And then the one I'm going to put in is the old style one that goes with this control. It's on constant duty.
Okay.
So we got the power off. Yeah, because I've been going to the health club and I got one of these new Apple Watches.
Yeah.
So I could track my heart rate and all that shit. It's kind of cool. You know?
go on the treadmill there, or you?
Yeah, I go on. I've been liking doing that glider thing. I like the.
Well, that's less pressure on your knees and your
The glider. Well, you got the glider and it's got the hands that go back and forth.
Yeah.
I've been kind of trying to get my fat ass back in shape here.
Well, if you could do it for an hour a day, that's good.
Yeah, it'll come. It's like I said, it's not like back when I was 30, but I should be all right. Trying.
Well, and actually, the best thing you're doing is your heart. You know what I mean? Even if you didn't get muscles from it, the most important muscle at our age is our heart right now. So.
Ain't that the truth? Yeah.
So
I went for a test and I got a little bit of backup in there, you know. And I've never had a heart attack, but he says, "Oh, you got a little bit more than you should," and you know that works. Oh, I gotta start making some changes then. So I kind of make some changes and start, you know. At least I found out beforehand, right?
Well, right. But even, they say even little things like don't park near the door at the mall. Park far away. You know what I mean? And walk. First of all, it's easy to park far away. You don't have to worry about fighting for space. And it's good for you because you're going to get an extra 100, 200 steps by doing that. So.
Yeah. Plus, I've been trying to walk. It's been nice weather walking the dog. And
Yes.
she loves that shit. She's gonna flip and go a mile a minute pulling me. The little dog.
I was going to say, she looks kind of tiny to pull you. She looks kind of tiny. I saw her sitting in the front seat. I said, she's kind of tiny to pull you.
Oh, she is. She's only 5 pounds. But no, she likes to walk, so she's like, wants to go.
And you walk around your neighborhood, or?
I usually go around UMass.
Oh, that's nice over there, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
you know, the problem is, so if I go like at 5 o'clock, that place is pretty flippin' packed.
Yeah.
Somebody just got hit. Somebody just got run over there.
Over there, yeah.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah, student.
Kid died or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, that's a little distance from me. I could walk out of my house and walk around UMass because it's half a mile there.
Oh, all right.
I can walk out of my house, walk to UMass, walk around, and then back home.
Yeah.
So for me, but I like to go like on the weekends when no one's there. But
right.
when there's people there, there's cars all parked around the outside. It's not as good.
Yep.
You know, the little dog sometimes, you know, I gotta run that leash, and she wants to walk. She'll want to walk in the middle of the flipping road instead of like over to the edge.
Right, but they have trails over there too at UMass. Because my wife said she's walked the trails over there.
Really?
Yeah. I think when you go in,
and it's perfect.
It's
It's
to the
about
left.
if I go to there around one time and then home, it's an hour. So it's perfect. It's like 2.7 miles.
oh, that's good. That's a good amount.
It's perfect for the dog. You know, the little shit. She could do 5 miles, but I mean she's only small, right?
Right.
And, yeah, so my father had that heart disease shit, you know. And I've been going to see this flipping
really
heart.
bad,
I've been seeing this heart doctor for years now, right? And every year, everything's fine. Everything's fine. You know, my cholesterol's all good. I don't have to worry. And he finally says, "Oh, let's do one of them calcium tests." He says, "But the insurance won't pay for it." So I said, "I don't give a shit. I'll pay for it." So I did it, and I was a little higher than I should be, and trying to put me on all this flipping, all this. You know, cholesterol lower and shit, and it's like, I don't think I want to even go on after I did some research on that shit.
Yeah.
It's like, it affects you, it can do a lot of other things. You ever see the side effects of that shit?
You always have to watch for side effects on
It's
stuff
like, holy
that. Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. And cholesterol you can change with your diet.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I changed it with my diet.
Yeah.
I kind of, and it wasn't really bad. It was a little bit high, but nothing crazy.
Right.
I was under 200.
Oh, then that's not bad. That's not terrible. No.
You know, don't forget, over the years I eat some, you know, shitty food, and probably didn't help. You know, McDonald's and all that shit's no good for you. All that process is the worst thing for you.
Yes.
So I cut all that out, and I started moving again. Go back to the health club and
Yep.
see what I could do.
Yeah. Then you'll see those numbers will change.
Yeah.
But in the winter, you got to make sure if you're not going out for the walks, you got to.
No, I've been
Make it
I've been
up.
going to the health club an hour a day.
Yeah.
Plus walking.
Right.
So that's been my plan anyway. Well, for about 5 days a week, I guess.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
fine.
Because if I try to go every day, then I start getting burnt out. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not as young as I used to be. I'm not bouncing back like I used to.
No.
You know, back when we were 18, 19, or 20, or 25, it was different, you know? You don't have as much muscle mass on your body. My legs are still pretty good, but the rest of me's kind of on the shit. Get a little flabby there. Alright, so I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it on. We're going to check this pump pressure. And we're going to turn that up a little bit because it's a little lower than I like. And I'm going to check this spark. I'm going to show it to you now what it looks like. I'll turn this up to 140. It's 140. Spark. See it?
Okay. Yeah.
See the better spark?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That other one should have jumped right across, and it was real wimpy.
Okay.
So I put the pump pressure up to 140, which is at 120. We're gonna get a little bit more pressure there. And we gotta get make sure oil flows good, and we'll be ready to rock.
Now, sometimes when it did go off, just a question, the pipe down the bottom would be hot, but it would be cold here. I don't touch any of this stuff.
Well,
right?
that's because the circulator's been running and it's baking. Circulator's baking away and it's not running, so yeah, it'd be hot down low, but not up top.
But this doesn't do anything. Touching this.
Well, because the burner was off.
Eventually, just works its way up.
Oh, I mean that's because the
that's what it seems-
circulator's been running for flipping hours and not not never satisfying, so you're gonna get some heat.
Okay.
You know, it's like your wife. You walk in the house without putting your slippers on, she's gonna be a little hot, right? Same thing with the circulator. Bad. You got a good one. You gotta be lucky you got a good wife.
Oh yeah.
I was joking, but it's true. You got a good wife. It's hard to come by.
But that's why she wants to sell, because a lot of times, because I work so much, she's usually dealing with all this, and not that she minds, but she's usually the one that's taking care of it.
What do you want, vacation?
It was my day off today. We have a rotating schedule, so like I have Wednesday off this week. Thursday
Oh, okay.
off
You got a rotating
next week.
schedule, yeah. Now, you guys still, do they work on, sometimes I see them deliver on Sunday.
We do
which,
packages on Sundays, but the part-timers do it on
oh, is that what it
Sundays.
is?
Yeah. Yeah. Because so many people order stuff online now.
Yeah, everything's online.
Yeah.
Amazon is like crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Yeah. Actually, that's on Sundays. That's what they're delivering is Amazon parcels.
All right. I mean, that was one hell of a business the guy started.
Yep. I mean,
I buy
I think it's
I buy a bunch of shit off Amazon. Be honest with you.
I mean, it's little stuff that we get, but it does take away from your local businesses.
Yeah, it does. But you can pretty much get whatever you want
Whatever
there.
you want. Yep. Yep.
See if this thing will even open.
You have to drive someplace and say, "Oh, I need
Let's
this."
see. Let's see what we got for our flow here. Yeah, we're getting a good flow. That's what I want. Alright, so that's not a problem. See how it started nice?
Yep. Yes, it did.
No puff, no nothing.
No.
The head set right. We got a better pump pressure. We got a good spark. Perfect.
Now the corrosion around the pipe.
Can't do nothing about that, around that. The problem is with those bolts. See those bolts that are in there?
Yeah.
Them are cheap bolts. They don't have the little hash marks on them.
Okay.
So if I went to go take them bolts out, they would snap.
All right.
Now that's cast iron.
Yeah.
So you got to try to drill the bolts out, and if you're off a little bit,
Yeah.
and then you can't get the new bolt in. So at this point, the way this is here, I wouldn't touch that. I would have to put a new boiler in.
Okay. Yep.
And it's at that 25-year mark, or
Right. Right. Yeah. This one's about. I think this one's about 15.
yeah, this looks like a newer unit actually. To be honest with you. They should put hardened steel bolts in here, but they don't. I don't know why. It's so stupid. Is that, you know what I'm saying? You go to take those bolts out, they're just gonna snap on you.
Yeah.
Nice. Huh.
Do you have a lot of gas boilers around? Because I mean, we don't have gas out here. The gas lines aren't out here.
Well, that's the problem, and you either go with propane or go
Oh,
electric. And
okay, yeah.
you don't want to go electric,
Right.
and you probably don't want to go propane,
Yeah.
because that goes up with the oil.
Right. Right.
It's not any cheaper. A lot of people complain about the propane. I do a lot of oil because, I don't know, people just call me to do it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gas around, but I got my fair share of working on oil stuff.
Right.
Stay in my lane.
Yeah.
Stay in my lane. I stay where I'm comfortable. That's it. There's enough work to go around for everybody. No sense in arguing or fighting over it. That's the way I look at it.
Like 2 or 3 Apple computers.
Alright, so new nozzle tank, new filter, reset drawer assembly, new transformer, reset pump pressure, and good oil flow. So we should be good now.
Cool.
We'll let that go, and not a bad looking boiler.